G'day everyone, welcome to another set of Alliance War videos. So in this one we've got the Pirate Horde facing off against All for One CS. As you can see, it is incredibly close at the moment. We've got 14 flags, they've got 13 flags remaining, and there is a score difference of 8 points. So the outcome of this fight could come down to how well my flags go in this one. So on the battlefield, they're running yellow tanks as they were in the previous video. As I explained then, the reason for this move is because of this gun, the Ragnarok Vantage, which was a weapon of the month, which has dodge as an effect, which is quite annoying. If you don't know what I mean by it being quite annoying, think of yourself as being quite lucky. So in terms of the fields, they've got 29 on the battlefield, we've got 30, so we did come in with a 6 flag advantage. However, in terms of the war scores, we've got 91736, and they've got 9 or 88, it's dropped down a little bit, 88090. So we are numerically superior to them, but if they had 30 out of 30 opted in, they would pretty much be a higher rank than us. The reason for their, I guess, high score, even though they've only got 29 out of 30 players, is because they have some actually phenomenal depth to their rosters, which they were forced to build a lot of depth very early on in their Alliance history, because due to the matchmaking system, they ended up copying what is now the Global Empire. Back then it was Blood, Sweat and Beers. They ended up copying them a lot, and the war fights weren't necessarily even, shall we say. So they had to build a lot of depth early on. So in terms of what's left, there is, on our side, we've got 2 full teams left. 3. So you can see Starlink there is starting to do his hits. So there's 3 full teams, and then 2 mostly full cleans, and then 3 small cleans. So in terms of their flags remaining, there are more points available to us because we've only got 4 full teams to kill, and then followed by the new board. So I'm going to launch in. I'm obviously going to take on these 4, and then after that we'll probably hit Scarpia and Juni because I know them, so they'd be interested in the video. I've also got 13th Paladin here who is going to back me up on some of these and take some cleans, so I'll just let him know I'm about to get going. I'm about to start hitting now. Wish me luck. Alright, cool. So we'll start off. I'm just going to run through these fights, and we'll see where things are lying after that. So, gonna start off with King Dom. I'm going to take him with my mono red. Of the 4 tanks that were there, I'm probably most worried about Goldman, so I'm going to go in with what's probably my stronger team. Yep, jet set. So yeah, Gov versus King Dom. Let's bring it on. 6 flags, the outcome of which could determine the result in this war. There you go, Roche there. Just chucking a little bit more pressure at me. Not a good start, no red matches, so just gonna try and get rid of a bunch of tiles off the bat. Next match I'll make this purple one in the middle, which will set off that blue grenade as well. Clear out a lot more tiles. It will mean that Goldman fires, but it's moved a lot of stuff out of the way. This is the next match I'll make, because again, it's going to clear out a lot of tiles. It'll make a green match 3 at the top, get rid of the purples. These yellows here will turn into a match 4, and hopefully bring up some more tile availability, which it's not doing a whole lot of, unfortunately. I'd like at least one, one red match. I'm going to do this because it'll make a red match on a cascade which has a bit more power. Then after that, I'm going to make Well, that was unfortunate that she healed. Because he's going to heal as well. Let's do that. See what I mean about that dodge being insanely annoying? You can just see Goldman there dodged 3 tiles that were slung at him. But this is not looking very promising, guys. I've had 2 red matches so far in this battle. And I'm about to get whacked again. Finally have enough matches to charge some heroes. But I don't know if it's going to be enough to actually get to do anything. Because I've got 2 heroes alive. Both of whom are going to die in this turn. Because if Vincent targets either of them, they'll die. But then Goldman there has a slash attack about to happen as well. And that's will deal more than 200 damage. So hope for a cascade to do something. Nothing. So dead and dead. What a way to start. Goddamn. Well, I guess I'm gonna go and do that one again. Let's try yellow this time. Terminus, and we'll go Nima. Nima speed, Terminus speed. Alright, take 2 against Kingdom. Too much run. No tiles, damn it. Honestly, this board's not a lot better from the outset. At least I got a couple matches. Gonna kill Joe first. I should have used Nima because it would have stopped the blind. Stupid. Because Nima has this here, you can see that ailment protection for all yellow heroes, which cannot be removed, so I wouldn't have had this blind to contend with. Idiot. Idiot. Alright, just need one more yellow match, and then Cooper will be ready to fire again. So, do I do it now? Wait a turn. Wait a turn for the blindness to wear off. Then we'll target him. I'm sick of him. With his bloody dodging. Alright. So this should hopefully go my way now from this point. Lost a lot of the attack power from the dodging. So there is some dodging still coming from there. But I do have Terminus, who's on pretty well full health. Which means that, well, not full health, but he's on a fair amount of health, so he can revive anyone that dies. But it doesn't look like we're going to actually lose anyone. Take this. There. And then Cooper. Done. Alright. So, how are they going? Star's done a pretty good job there. Doesn't really matter which order I take them. What do we got? Red, purple, blue. Right, so we'll go this one with the green team. So we've got Hairwear, Emma, second Emma, just for good measure. White and Ox or Zuri. Ox or Zuri. Might go Sarah and sandwich her between two Emmas. Alright. Number 3. Hey! Tiles! I almost forgotten what they looked like. Do that and that. Give me a match 4. A juicy match 4. Oh, look at that. Not just a match 4, but it flows into a grenade. How about that? So this one turned out to be relatively easy in the end. So, do that charge block, fire my grenade, kill right, throw some tiles in here. I'm almost disappointed now that there wasn't another match. Another green that popped out. Would have just been like icing on the cake. So, that one was quite a friendly board. Oh, the lights up started. So we got yellow and yellow. We'll go purple against Bonnor. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Yep. Alright, so mono purple against Bonnor. Oh, jeepers, should have gone blue. Alright, some purples, which makes it a little more friendly. Do that to get... Oh, I was better than I was thinking. I was actually doing that move because it would have lined up the square box with the purples. You can rewind a little bit to see what I was meaning with it. But it would have been enough to kill the tank and left. But that worked out even better. So I'm going to save my grenade for now until I've got a couple more purple tiles on the board, which keep matching. Do that, fire that. Didn't quite kill Anna, but leave my poor minions alone. So I'm going to target right with the 2 night owls and use the tile to kill. There we go. Excellent. Hold my head up semi-proud. So we are now retaking the lead. 55 to 4 to 5, 4, 8, 9. There's 10 flags versus 10 flags. How about that? 11 points different with even flags remaining. Alright, so YasKween, we got mono blue for you. So I recently maxed face off out to give my blue team a bit more damage, which is awesome. I've also got Jack Rabbit maxed, which has been a lot of fun actually to play with him. And I'm going to use Pans as my 5th. So I got the 3 in the middle here, which are going to do the predominant amount of my damage. Jack Rabbit, as I've said before, he's got a decent damage output, but it's this negative charge generation that he gives for 3 turns, and then the shock of 88 damage whenever they receive a buff. So it can be quite powerful, especially with Zidane on the other team, because he gives out 2 buffs instantly when he fires. Stinger gives out 2 buffs to herself as well. Coyote gives out a buff to everyone. And Cool is the only one, as well as Dasher, that don't do buffs. But overall, hopefully this should work out. So that Emma on Turda's team there must have virtually no health left. Tell you what, have to go and have a look at that. Alright, green grenade, get rid of that. Mainly it was just to clear up the board a bit, but turned out to have some nice tiles behind it. Pop this green grenade now, move my blue match 3 up 1 space. But, so I've got the choice here between making the blue match there, or I can make this purple match here with the blue tile, that one there, which won't necessarily give me a blue match 3 off the bat. Match 4, sorry, but it will... I'm going to do the blue one because it'll make the red. Going to make that move next because now I can have a blue match 4, which is just unfortunate that he's going to fire. So, gonna do that. Do this on him. Drag all my... Oh, that's a nice blue match on the right. So the beauty of Pantera is, one, he cleanses all, or dispels all of the enemy buffs, which is why none of them have anything, but he's also given Zidane a 28% additional damage when hit by his weak element, which is, funnily enough, blue. Which means that any damage he takes is going to be 28% more than any of his allies. Gonna hit 3 right with Jackrabbit, and then hit Quilla with that to stop her from gaining charge when I do this to her, which she withstood, so it was a little lucky that she did die. And then Pantera, purple grenade, got the taunt up on Kansas, so no one else is going to cop any bleed damage or the damage itself, and finish it off. So, boom. There we go. Reset done. All yours now. 13. Pile in. Alright, so we've got one more flag. So I said I'd take on Scarpia, but it's actually Scarpia and Juni are done by the same person. And he did request to know why Juni has been doing better than Scarpia, which is okay by me. I actually would, I think, prefer to attack this defense. So I'm going to use Blunderbuss to get a bit more damage kick out. I'm then going to go... I'd love to use purple, but my purple secondaries are not too bad anymore. They're still not great. There's no healer in there. Similarly with yellow, I'd love to use yellow, but again, no healer. So I'm actually going to go down... Oh, there's no blue. I'd love to use green. Alright, we're going to go purple. Risk it for the biscuit. Which may or may not work. Yeah, no, switch to the Chekhov. Switch those guns around. Oops. I want you to have that gun. Alright, let's try this against Juni. Alright, so I got a nice purple match 3, which I'm going to make, but I'm not going to make it directly. I'm going to make this green match over in the side here, because it then means it's an X2, which gave me, if you slow it back, you can see it gets plus 10% damage for the combo, which is awesome. I'm going to make this red match here, which will line up... Oh, there you go. I was going to say it was going to line up a purple match, but it didn't end up doing that because it just made the purple match. I'm going to focus all my fire on the left-hand side because I would like to get rid of Terminus before he has a chance to fire and revive anyone back. Can I stop you from firing? I don't think so. So we'll make this blue match, throw a lot of tiles. So the reason I throw a lot of tiles at heroes that are already got their special skill charged or are going to get their special skill charged that turn is because it actually doesn't make a difference in the scheme of things. Because their mana, in this case, Joe is going to charge in the next turn, just from a passive mana generation. So it doesn't matter whether I throw a tile at her or not. I'll show you what I mean. As you get experience, you can kind of tell how much they're going to get. So I'm going to do this, and you'll see as I end my turn, she ends her turn, she gets that mana. So what I'm going to do now, because her special skill is charged, is I'm going to pop this green grenade, because it doesn't matter how many tiles I throw at her, her skill's already charged, so there's no change to that by throwing extra tiles at her. So now that that's all done, I'm going to mash buttons a touch and finish off with special skills. So there you go. Ended up with essentially 5 clean kills, because that first flag was so absolutely woefully useless. So if we ignore that first attempt on King Dom, it ended up being a pretty good run. So I top scored the Horde, which is awesome, but you can see there's a 60-point difference between Sylvantium and Big Guwap and myself. So then if we sort of scroll down a bit, you can see that they do pack out the higher end of the thing a bit. They've got a couple ones which are a bit further down. Looks like Supernova's still got all 6 flags. So 10 flags on their side remaining, 6 of which are with Supernova, who's got a pretty decent team there. So it could have a fair bit of points to add. And then we've got 8 left, 5 of which are with Paladin here. So he's going to go for some of us, or the smaller enemies. I'll tell him to basically just double, triple tap to try and get the kills as he needs them, rather than hitting and moving on. And the last 3 are with Hillbilly here, so hopefully we should be able to come out with a win here. So that definitely helped, that fail on Zig, because it now means there are no free kills on the board, which means that for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of their 9 remaining flags, they're all going to be cleanups. Then probably just go for the multi tap to kill. And yeah, that's about it for this war. I'll sit on the edge of my seat. Oh, I was going to check on this. 21 health left. There's not a lot much more that's more frustrating than having an enemy with only a couple HP surviving after you hit. So that's it for me, though. I've used my 6 flags. We are now 119 points ahead with 2 flags in our hands, or in their favour. So it's going to be tight. Fingers crossed. Look forward to the ending to this one. Anyway, that's it from me. Make sure you give the video a like if you've enjoyed the content, and if you want to see more of my stuff, check out the rest of the channel, the Govs Gaming, and swing it a subscribe if you want to get notifications and access to all the other content. So anyway, that's it for this video. I'll see everyone in the next one. Cheers. Bye.